Hello everyone, this is Mumbo and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft server. It's episode 74 and today we are starting things off in the new villager killing chamber. This place is something that we built in the previous episode of Hermitcraft. We put a ton of time and effort into it and it has ended up looking pretty glorious. We've got our zombie, he's still there. We've got all the different ways to kill him. I mean, this is pretty sweet. But currently, there is absolutely no way to get into it. So, I feel like maybe we should start things off with a bit of that action. Now, while I quickly gather up some resources to do all of this, I thought I'd update you on two things. Number one, the camper van. This is something I haven't really mentioned in a little while, but the camper van currently is off the road. Legally, it is off the road because it doesn't have an MOT, which is essentially is roadworthiness, so it's not legally allowed to be driven. And before it has its MOT, I actually need to fix some bits and pieces because in its current state, it would actually fail. It would fail the roadworthiness test because it doesn't have a working horn, doesn't have working windscreen washers, and most importantly, has a little rust hole near-ish my brake. And if it's within 30 centimeters of your brake, I don't know why I'm looking at the floor as if we're in the cabin right now, but if it's within 30 centimeters of your brake pedal, then that's a fail. So, gotta get that stuff fixed. Next update is to do with the filming channel. Of course it's to do with the filming channel. I've been working pretty hard on a new video, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it should be out by now. Although, you know what these things are like, they take ages. Anyway, aside from all of that non-Minecraft nonsense, I have almost gathered up all the resources. I think all I need is a few pistons, and I'm fairly certain I have them somewhere in this jumbly mess. I really should sort out this jumbly mess. So we have the entrance that is going to take us down, and we're using kind of prismarine colours and the light blue glass matching up with the top section. But then when we pass this threshold here, what I thought we'd do is switch it up and take it through into kind of dungeon level stuff. So this is the dungeon. Now we need to start getting the cobblestone and everything like that. And the tunnel is going to wrap around and come through on this side. And then it's going to be time for a good piston door. Lag is about to kill me. There's nothing I can do about this. There's nothing I can do. I launched off. I need glowstone. Oh! Well, I never. So oh my gosh. So what happened was, I launched myself. I almost fell into that lava then. I launched myself using the fireworks, and it did that thing where it kind of doesn't launch you, as in you get launched off, you take off, and then you stop being launched. And I just fell straight down as if my elytra had deactivated, went straight into the lava. Well, on that note, I still need glowstone, so let's try again. No! It happened again! Thankfully, it seems like you actually lag out so seriously that you don't end up in the lava. As in, you end up kind of where you took off from, but on fire. I can't tell you how lucky I am. And I'm doing it the old-fashioned way now. Oh my word, it just gets worse and worse! It just... No! I died anyway! Like, seriously, the nether has it in for me this morning. Ah! Now, the reason that I actually died then isn't because I'm totally rubbish at Minecraft, or that is part of it. It's because I accidentally pressed the back button, or like the open all tabs button on my mouse, which means that it actually clicked away from Minecraft, so I couldn't destroy that Enderman. Hopefully he has despawned, and hopefully all of my items are still here. No big deal, no big deal. Maybe I might rethink my idea of using glowstone though. I don't know if I like this stuff anymore. And to top it all off, my boots were Curse of Vanishing, and they were some beastly boots. I'm heartbroken. Are you joking me? My elytra just failed me again, and I've fallen to my death. That settles it. I'm using torches for this build. Once I get my stuff back, we are using torches. I just need some blocks to allow me to pillar up. I don't actually know where my stuff is. This is considerably less perilous. Considerably less perilous than what I just attempted to do. I'm never going in the nether again. How do I get a dog? I've never had a dog in Minecraft. I feel like I should get a dog this season. So this is going to be the design for our tunnel. Very, very dungeon-like. It looks exactly like all dungeons do in my head. This is perfect. It's going to wrap around like this, go around like that, and into there. Finally, we might be able to start making some progress. So this is the final little section. And apparently I'm lighting off fireworks to celebrate, because this tunnel is now all completed. So we have got a tunnel that takes us from here round here, avoiding all of the redstone, and it drops us out in this area into the villager killing zone. Now, one thing that I want to add in is I want to have a piston door. I think having a piston door will be really, really cool, but the type of piston door that we're going to have is going to be a little bit strange, because we want it to look exactly like this wall right here, just with the dropped half slabs like this. So stage 1 is going to be creating the bottom section. Now the way that we're going to have to do this is by using slime blocks, I believe, because we're going to have redstone blocks on these parts. So yeah, that's going to be a redstone block. In theory, yeah, because we've got these pistons spaced out, that redstone block won't affect any of the pistons, so that's all good. And then we just need to extend this piston first, and then this piston, and then retract this piston first, and then retract this piston. I mean, it could be plain sailing. Let's see if this thing functions. Answer being no. So that piston extends too fast. Alright, this is going well, this is going well. So I had to remove all of the blocks out the back because they were affecting the push limit. There was 12 blocks, and we both know that pistons can't push anything more than 12 blocks. But if we flick this lever right here, we can see... Man, I said everything so confidently. We can see that all of the blocks get retracted downwards, and then they become flat with the floors, so then we get a nice flush opening, and then when we flick the lever once again, all of these blocks pop back up. So, now all we have to do is chuck in some sticky pistons up at the top, and we should have ourselves a working, with redstone blocks, kind of semi-vault door type thing. Nice. This thing works, nice and quickly, all looking good. And is only 3 blocks wide. I mean, I've got to be proud of myself for that one. Okay, let's build it on the Hermitcraft server. The strange chunk has come back. The strange chunk has come back. Where are my chests? Here? Those are those chests? Is this a chest? Where are they? I can't remember. Somebody help me find them. Okay, I found it. Let's see what we're doing progress-wise. So, we have got ourselves 1 lever. Let's chuck out that furnace for the time being. Okay. That's good. 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 Okay, so that's the bottom section of the door done. That is the tricky part all done and dusted. Right, I can see an end to this. Pistons up at the top. Right, let's see how this goes then. So, we have got everything is all closed up. That right there needs to be a block. And you know what? I'm actually going to place in the redstone right now. So let's get rid of... Oh, I've got so much junk in my inventory. Gravel. The 1 gravel block. We definitely don't need that. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like. This should be stone slabs on either side, but we're going to ignore that for the time being. And then... Open. Close. Nice. Nicely done. That is a really good door. I like the way that looks. So the next thing that I've had to do is I have had to add in some redstone circuitry up at the top right here. So this redstone torch will power the RS door latch, which will allow the villager that drops through the system to travel through into the villager killing area. So he'll fall in here and then travel along like this. But then when he travels through, he will activate this and that will lock that off. And he will fall to his death, because of course we only want to request 1 villager to go through into the villager killing chambers to be killed in a special way. I think we're ready for a test. After doing a lot of fiddling with the redstone, I think we have finally completed with this project. So, let's open up our system, hit the button, which may or may not have just activated the system. I didn't hear the piston go. Is it connected? Okay, not the strongest start. Okay, there we go. Now it's activated. And now we can hit this button right here. We can grab ourselves a villager. Now that, to me, looks like a brown coat. So we kind of want to keep him. We don't want to send him through the torch chamber. So we'll send him off. Okay, next one is... Another brown coat. I mean, seriously, when you want good villagers, you don't get good villagers. When you want bad villagers... There we go. Perfect. Okay, so he's going to travel through like this, and we are going to send him off into the killing chamber. I'm hoping. I mean, I sincerely hope he goes into the right place here. I think we can try our best to make our way around here and just double check that he is going to go into the right location. It did sound like it. I heard a click. Now let's make our way through. Oh, come on. Just move. Am I going to have to change this? I'm going to have to change this. This is also bad news. He just flew straight out. Oh, major changes made once again. This time, it should now be functional. So we've activated this thing. Now let's request a villager. White coat. Seriously? Another good villager? This is not what I want. Okay, let's protect him. This guy. A brown coat. You must be joking. We have another nitwit. He should be coming around the corner any second now. And plop. I think that was a promising noise. Oh, that was a promising noise. Okay, so that is the sound of our villager going through the system. So, the villager has made his way through. It is now, hopefully, on the inside of that water. Not brilliant. But he should be coming through any second. No, I've just remembered why not. After yet another quick fix, this guy is now in place. Okay, so he's fallen down into the system. Now, I would say I want to try TNT first. I mean, come on, you have to do it sometimes. So let's see what happens here. We've let him loose. He's now making his way through. And he so doesn't want to drop into that hole. Come on, just do it. There we go. So he's fallen in. We hit the button. TNT dispensed. And... yes! The first villager killed by the villager killing chamber. I'm going to get another one. I'm sure my pickaxe has been stressing all of you out for about the past maybe 10-15 minutes. We still have 18 uses left in it, so I'm really trying my best to make the most of this. Let's see if we can beat the cleric to it. He should be coming through any second now. There he is. He's dropped through into the system. Now this time, I am going to go for zombie. I think zombie is the way to go for this one. So we hit the button, and you guys know the procedure. He has now been let loose, and he is actually making his way round. He is resisting a tiny bit. I think that's because he really wants to go back to his village. Come on. Keep it moving. You're not going to survive. You're on your way out, mate. Okay, he seems to be on the way. And then now he's got stuck. I think he's trying to run away from the zombie. That might be it, to be honest. Here we go! Here we go! Oh, yes! This is my favourite one yet, I think. This one is slow and painful, too. Whoa! Nice. Now, what are we going to do with this zombie right here? Well, this guy's been renamed, so obviously he'll stay there, whereas this villager, he will despawn. So he's just going to gradually fade away when we unload the chunks. Okay, brilliant. This thing's completed. Ah, that did feel very good, though. I love the feeling of just collectively smashing a bunch of guardians. That's not satisfying. It needs to be like a full batch. But anyway, that took considerably longer than I was expecting. So I think this evening, I'm actually going to go AFK fishing overnight, and then we can pick up this Hermitcraft episode tomorrow. Let's see. Can I remember how to use this thing? Yeah, think it's something like that. And for the first time in ages, I didn't get kicked, I didn't die, and I didn't get pushed by a slime. This is brilliant news. Okay, now this is the important thing. we need to make sure that we have some name tags. I don't care about anything else. We probably have like a few enchanted books, but I think, as far as I remember, all of this was pretty filled up. But we have managed to get ourselves a whole ton. 34 name tags in total. Alright, okay, this is really, really good. I'm going to pick up all my items, and then we're going to do a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of work on the aquarium. We need to transport some more guardians, and you guys have been letting me know how to do that better. I have a massive storage system directly behind these blocks right here, and instead I'm choosing to use this jumble of a mess of blocks. Where is my stuff? I just need a crafting table. How hard can it be? So let's see if this works then. So what we need to do is we need to place in water going all the way across. Just like that. And then do the water going across the edges. And that makes source blocks all the way around. Just about. Oh. Okay, there we go, and there we go. Okay, so that's all source blocks. Now, apparently, according to you guys, source blocks make source blocks on top of one another. So if we do that, it has. Okay. So you guys are right. So I can do this, and I can stack up source blocks on top of one another, like this. And that will fill up our aquarium pretty nicely. Oh, that is much easier than the one that... Do you remember what I was doing originally? I mean, yeah, this is perfect. Look, there we go. Source blocks all the way down. Okay, let's go up to the top. There are certain times where I can agree with you blasting me down in the comment section, okay? And this is definitely one of them. That must have been painful to watch. Me doing all of that stone stuff and spending like a good couple hours trying to work out what on earth was going on, when in reality I could do something like this, even though I'm making a meal of this too. So that is that all completed. And you know what? I'm almost considering... I was going to start using the name tags and start getting the guardians in, but I'm almost tempted to just fill in all the water. I feel like that would be a better use of my time. So then we can actually get all of the guardians in eventually. That looks so good though. Something about it being all source blocks makes it look a lot better than something like this. We might have to make some changes. So we're about halfway through on the mega chamber. This thing is the biggest chamber, I believe, other than maybe that one, to be honest with you, in the entire aquarium. And it is looking good. Thank you. Thank you ever so much to everyone that suggested I fill up the water like this, because you have saved me hours. Literally hours. I think that's it. I think we have got one full pool of water going right the way through the center. Now, this is one that I'm interested in, because this is fairly similar to the other one that we have over here. This one uses flowing water, whereas this other one that we've just done uses still water. And this is kind of going to decide if we're going to remove all of the water from the flowing one, essentially. Big decision. And we are through. They look pretty similar. There is some flowing water here. I've managed to mess up one little bit. But to be honest, there isn't too much difference. I think I just used more glass on that one, which makes it look like there's less water in there because the walls are thicker. This little one is now completed as well. Much more tricky because, of course, it's kind of horizontal as opposed to vertical. And there's also... I think they have glass in them. I think they have glass in them, so I think that's okay. Yeah, it looks good. Oh! No! No, not my new pool! Not my new pool! Oh, where did he come? Ah, that spot is pretty dark, I suppose. Alright, this is by far the biggest chamber for Guardians. This thing is enormous. It's going to house... I mean, we're going to have to put probably about 30 Guardians in here for it to look anywhere near full. Otherwise, it'll be a terrible aquarium. I think we're just about up at the top now. Almost there. Just the last little bit of water left to do. And that goes across like that. That goes across like that. That goes across like that. We need a little bit more water there. And we are pretty much done. This one's been much easier because, of course, I can kind of bob up and down and it is nice and flat. There we go. One rather large watered-in area. Good. Okay. Very, very happy with this place. Very happy indeed. Nice. It looks like an aquarium now. I'm going to have to bring Iskar around. I'm just going to have to show him about and see what he thinks to it. I think his opinion would be quite valid. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you've enjoyed this episode on the Hermitcraft server. If you did, please sure to that like button. And if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later. And as per usual, check out the latest film on the filming channel. Hopefully, the new one will have released by now. If not, the previous one's still pretty good.